Good evening and welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. We missed you over the Christmas holiday. We sure hope you enjoyed it. Grant Olson is away this week catching up with his family. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Before we get to tonight's top news stories, we should take a quick look outside our weather window at the misty Vale of Wenatchee as seen from our #1 Canyon Sky-Fi camera. If the weather wasn't the topic of conversation at your Christmas gathering, I really envy you. Very dicey travel conditions with ice, rain, and snow made the long weekend treacherous for almost anyone who was trying to get from point A to point B. We had people drop out of our Christmas celebrations because of it. We may have emerged from the deepest of the cold, but that does not mean snowfall and other precipitation won't continue to keep things interesting this week. NCWLIFE's own Dan Kuntz will be along a bit later this evening with your full weather outlook. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. Authorities are still looking for answers about a woman found dead outside a Wenatchee motel on Christmas morning. A house fire spares 8 people but leaves them without a permanent home. And icy roadways and other impairments mean Highway 2 heading west out of Leavenworth remains closed to auto traffic. But first, our top story tonight, a suspected broken water main between the first floor and the basement of the newly remodeled Wenatchee City Hall caused widespread flooding to the basement of the building early yesterday morning. Crews from the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department were dispatched around 6:50 in the morning to find water flowing into the south courtyard from the exterior ceiling of the building. Wenatchee Public Works was able to shut off the water supply about 15 minutes later, but by that time a portion of the outside ceiling near the offices of Homeland Security and Immigration Services had collapsed into the courtyard. Water about 6 inches deep inundated the basement and that courtyard area. Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz says most of the water damage is limited to the basement, and crews spent all of yesterday pumping out the water and repairing the leak. Kuntz says the area that houses city offices were undamaged and City Hall should remain open for business. Well, authorities continue to investigate after the body of a woman was found outside a downtown Wenatchee motel early on Christmas morning. Wenatchee Police Captain Edgar Reinfeld said it is not clear yet if the 63-year-old Wenatchee woman suffered a medical issue or an injury, but he said there was no indication of foul play. Police and other emergency crews responded at 5:24 a.m. to the 200 block of North Wenatchee Avenue for a report of a woman not breathing. Reinfeld said she was found on a sidewalk in the downtown Inn complex. Chelan County Coroner Wayne Harris will be working to determine the woman's cause of death. He told NCWLIFE she did not appear to have died from exposure to the cold. Well, 8 people escaped a house fire early Sunday morning in Wenatchee, but 2 of their pets were killed. Kay McKellar of the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department said firefighters responded about 1:12 a.m. to the fire in the 200 block of Lewis Street after receiving calls about smoke and flames at the home. There were 4 adults and 4 children living there, one of whom was transported to the hospital for a non-fire-related medical issue. With the assistance of the Red Cross, the family was lodged in a Wenatchee motel after the fire. A 3rd pet was injured and received medical attention. One of the residents reported hearing a popping noise they thought was coming from a power line prior to the fire, but the cause still remains under investigation. Firefighters remained on scene until almost 4:30 a.m. Well, Highway 2 through the Tumwater Canyon remains closed for the 3rd day as crews continue to clear out multiple snow slides between Coles Corner and Leavenworth. That stretch of highway was shut down Saturday morning after heavy snow and freezing rain led to the risk of avalanches in the canyon. The 34-mile stretch of Stevens Pass between Coles Corner and Skycomish was also shut down Friday evening after freezing rain left a 6-inch coat of ice on the roadway, making it impossible for vehicles to travel. That stretch of road remains closed today, and there is no estimate of when either Stevens Pass or the Tumwater Canyon will reopen. But when we come back, more travel woes for those seeking to escape the valley via Blewett Pass, and state wildlife scientists warn of threats to Columbia River salmon due to a warming climate. I'm Jefferson Robbins, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today. NCWLIFE Channel is your home for local sports with the Wenatchee Panthers and East Mont Wildcats right here. Coverage brought to you by Abby's Pizza, BioSports Physical Therapy, Clean Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Together for You. Follow all the action right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News, where we're all a little bit punchy from too much Christmas turkey. A challenging weekend to travel over the mountain passes included a semi that jackknifed yesterday morning 12 miles north of the summit of Blewett Pass. According to the Washington State Patrol, a semi and trailer was traveling northbound near mile marker 176 about 8 a.m. when the semi lost control in the icy conditions and crossed onto the southbound lane. The semi blocked both lanes for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. The driver of the semi, 34-year-old Jatinder Bhatti of Bakersfield, California, was cited for driving too fast for conditions. Another jackknife semi today about 11:30 a.m. led to yet another closure of Blewett Pass. State troopers and other responders cleared that impasse by mid-afternoon today. Now, fireworks are suspected as the cause of an East Wenatchee fire Monday afternoon that burned a shed and damaged a vehicle in a nearby portable carport. Wenatchee Valley Fire Department firefighters responded to the blaze about 3:40 p.m. in the 3100 block of Sunset Highway to find a metal storage shed on fire and nearby vehicles threatened. Department spokeswoman Kay McKellar said the fire marshal happened to be driving by the home and was the first to report the fire. She said the residents had earlier been setting off fireworks but were not home when the fire started. The front end of the vehicle and items inside the shed were damaged. Setting off fireworks is currently illegal, but McKellar said it is not yet clear if the homeowner will be cited. Well, rising water temperatures in the coming decades are likely to be hard on native salmon species in central Washington. The State Department of Fish and Wildlife issued its report this month on the warming of inflow streams, which by the 2080s predicts widespread increases in river flows in the winter, declines in the summer, and stream temperatures reaching 69 degrees each late summer. Watersheds that are fed by melting snow, like the Columbia River and its tributaries, may see conditions that are hard on native salmon like sockeye and coho. State officials say it's another reason to move Washington toward an emissions-free future and encourage the rest of the world to do the same. Now you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, Chelan County Commissioner Bob Boogert wraps up his accomplishments as he prepares to leave office this week. And Dan Kuntz has your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come, including sports with Eric Grandstrom. Please stay with us.
The holiday season is here, and life is hectic. Let Merry Maids help simplify yours. You expect a lot, and Merry Maids delivers more. They'll make your home or business sparkle for holiday parties, special events, and family gatherings. They'll customize the cleaning to fit your needs and your budget. Merry Maids are cleaning experts. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. Best of all, your satisfaction is always guaranteed. Visit online, merrymaids.com, and call for a free estimate. Then you can relax. It's done.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa End of the Year Blowout Sale is going on now. Spas are scientifically proven to improve sleep and ease arthritis pain. Let us help you find the perfect spa today. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa is helping families reconnect, one hot tub at a time.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. After over 40 years working in natural resources and a 4-year tenure as District 2 County Commissioner, Bob Boogert is ready to retire. Commissioner-elect Sean Smith will take the oath of office on Thursday as Boogert's replacement. Boogert, who worked on a range of community issues from wildfires to short-term rentals, called the work so very rewarding.
The diversity in being a commissioner is just boundless. That, you go from Veterans Affairs to public transit to forest health, and then back over to community development, and then to all range of issues there. And so that has really been a tremendous learning curve for me on a lot of issues. But it has really been very rewarding. But, like many others, I have had this discussion with a lot of other county commissioners that we all come in, I know I did, I came in thinking that I would accomplish so much more than what can actually be done. And partly it's because the wheels of government just move slowly. Particularly, our mandate is to engage people at a very local level and to have that public outreach. But we really place a lot of focus here at Chelan County in working in collaborations with the cities, our fellow counties, the state agencies, and the federal government. And it's that collaboration, the simple act of seeking common ground, that makes us strong as a community. But a lot of times, working as a local government official, you're really much more mindful of the fact that, we are spending money and we're spending resources, that we are taxing those people that we see daily out in the streets. And I think it really reinforces to me the level of accountability, and to make sure that whenever we make a decision that everybody is engaged and everybody is really comfortable with where you're going. And that's not an easy deal. It's a bittersweet moment for me because I do love the people that I work with here. I gained so much from them and they've treated me so well. And I just truly love this work.
And a good Tuesday afternoon, kind of a gray, gloppy kind of day, if that is even a word, a gloppy. I may have made something up. Dan Coons filling in with the vacationing Grant Olson as we take a look outside of our weather window. This is the Orondo Rock camera. There's Turtle Rock right there. Of course, Turtle Rock got its name because it's a giant rock. And get ready to ride a fairly dramatic weather roller coaster. First of all, unofficially today up at Payneborn, where they keep track of these things, 37, a few degrees warmer than we normally see. Usually we're right about the freezing mark. As you can see there, nowhere near the record highs nor the record lows. But starting tomorrow, the days get a little bit longer. We've been stuck at 8 hours and 28 minutes of daylight, shortest days of the year. We've been there for about 4 or 5 days. Starting tomorrow, the sunrise will be about 1 minute later. Or is it the sunset? I can't remember. Let's take a look at tomorrow's forecast highs. It's going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow than we saw today around all of north central Washington. Moses Lake and Ephrata, you'll both get together about 43, Quincy 42, Wenatchee 42. Ellensburg, however, the cool spot at only 35 degrees as usual. The upper valley a few degrees cooler. Leavenworth will top off at 40. Cooler still in Lake Wenatchee. When you have a lot of snow on the ground, the air temperature has a tendency to be a little bit cooler. And Omak finally catches a break. It's been bitterly cold up there, like it has been for everybody. Omak will finally climb up into the lower 40s as well by the time we top off on Wednesday. So what's going on? Well, we still have some cold air trapped in and around the Wenatchee Valley in the north central Washington area, which means we can't rule out a little bit of freezing rain. But there's that big low pressure ridge that's sitting there, spinning counterclockwise. It's feeding in some of that warmer, moist air from the southwest. It's colliding a little bit with the cooler air that we see here. Not too bad. The pressure gradients are going to tighten a little bit. We're going to see some wind tonight and overnight into Wednesday a little bit. So get ready for some breezy conditions, and then considerably warmer by the time we get to this time tomorrow. We'll be in the lower 40s. Haven't had that in a long time, since probably November or so. And then we're going to cool right back down again because that cold Arctic air is going to slide back up. We're going to have some warm air, and then it's going to work itself right back down again, wouldn't you know it. So we're going to go from 41 for our high on Wednesday to only in the upper 20s on Thursday. Tomorrow with some sunshine too. By the time we get to Friday, we're going to be hovering right around those seasonal highs, right around 33, 34, with a continuing chance of a rain-snow mix. That's not going to go away at all, with the exception of Wednesday. We'll be dry tomorrow. New Year's Eve, you'll be celebrating, ringing in the new year with pretty typical December 31st weather. New Year's Eve, again, maybe a snowflake or two. Again, most of the snow will be relegated to the upper elevations, the passes and things like that. They'll be ringing in the new year on Sunday with pretty quiet weather. That 32 and 23, just about normal for this time of year. Not a lot of precipitation in the forecast, with the exception of the mountain passes on Thursday. They could get a pretty good dump. If we get any kind of precipitation down here, it'll be kind of a rain-snow mix, probably more in the form of rain. And as you can see, we'll be hovering right around, 25 or 26 as we ring in the new year. So pretty nice today. We're going to have lots of sunshine tomorrow from our friends at Apple Valley Honda. Here's a detailed look at your forecast. Again, unofficially 37 today. Still could see a stray raindrop before we call this day good. 34 for the overnight low tonight. Going to be mild, also windy. You'll wake up tomorrow with some windy conditions. It'll die down by about noon, and we'll see some sunshine. We'll top off at 42 degrees, and then we go right back down the other direction as Arctic air works its way back down from Canada. We're only going to get to 29 degrees with a lingering chance of snow Thursday and Friday, occasionally mixed with rain, really depending on where that temperature is going to be. And again, for New Year's Eve on Saturday, pretty much what we would normally see. High of 32, low of 25 is almost exactly normal. We do it again on Sunday with a better chance of some rain and snow mixed on Sunday. And then it's back at it on Monday with pretty quiet, typical early July weather. That's your forecast from Apple Valley Honda and the National Weather Service. Still to come, sports with Eric Granstrom and more with Jefferson Robbins. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. The Seahawks dropped their fifth game out of 6 on Saturday with a 24-10 loss at Kansas City. Chiefs built a 17-0 halftime lead while Seattle's offense had trouble getting anything going until the second half. Meanwhile, the Seahawks defense settled down after allowing KC to score on its second drive of the game. Coach Pete Carroll says despite the outcome, he was happy to see his team stack up better on both sides of the football in that second half.
This was a tough game for us in the first half. We just couldn't get going and couldn't make first down and got nothing going at all and just had to just wait it out. And once we found our rhythm in the second half, you could see us play. We play with these guys, and that's a terrific football team, and we know it. And the defense held their own with these guys. They kept them down in the running game. They were able to get the third down wins that we needed. We had a lot of 3-and-outs that made a big difference and gave us a chance to be in the game. And you could tell that we were in a go-for-it mode throughout the second half of the game, and even early on fourth downs, using those, just trying to see if we could find a way. Very tough ball game for us today in this situation. The weather had nothing to do with anything. I mean, it was just not a factor. We've been in cold, whatever it was. I don't know what the temperature was, any of that, but the factor was not there today. And our guys handled it beautifully, and it was not even an issue.
Geno Smith finished 25 of 40 for 215 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He says he was proud how the offense got things together in that second half.
We just played better. We executed better. Ken really got us started. He was running the ball great. The offensive line, I thought, played tremendous in the second half. They were really moving the line of scrimmage. And overall, we just played with, more tempo and just, more passion, more of a fight. And overall, I'm really proud of the guys, just the way that they fight, week in and week out. Obviously, it's been a tough stretch, but, everyone's locked in and focused. So, it's not an effort thing. It's not a want-to thing. We're just coming up short. We're not executing to the best of our, ability.
Seattle's lone turnover came on a long pass attempt in the second half as the Seahawks tried to come back. Coach Pete Carroll says turnovers have been key to Seattle's troubles in the past 6 games.
We have to be more efficient, and we weren't efficient on third down. And we need to be more consistent on offense. The last couple of weeks, the defense has really started to step it up, and that's what we need. So it's everything. We need to do a little bit better everywhere. We didn't get the football today. We're -1, last couple of weeks. That's what it's been for in this stretch of 5 out of the 6, it's been the football. We were at +5 or 6 or something at one point, and we've worked our way back out of that, and that tells the story as much as anything too. So there's efficiency things that we got to do better, and we got to take care of the football. We got to get the football. That's how the game works.
Besides Kansas City's second drive of the game, Seattle's defense held the NFL's top offense pretty much in check. Quandre Diggs says they have to continue playing well over the final 2 games of the season to have any shot at making the playoffs.
I think we played good. It's another opportunity just to go out and compete against a really, really good offense and a really good team. And, for the most part, we played really well. Definitely some things we can clean up, and, a lot of simple things we can clean up. So I think, we just got to keep pressing and keep pushing and getting better, at the end of the day. No matter whose opportunity it is to get those shots to go out and play, we got to be ready to go when it's your shot.
Seahawks dropped to 7-8 with the loss and will host 7-8 New York Jets this Sunday. That'll be at 1:05 in the afternoon on Fox. Other NFC West action over the weekend. Brock Purdy connected with George Kittle on 2 touchdown passes. San Francisco beat Washington 37-20. Cam Akers rushed for 118 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Rams blew out Denver 51-14. Russell Wilson continued to struggle, throwing 3 interceptions before being replaced. His head coach was fired yesterday or today. He's gone. Now the big question mark, what is Russell Wilson's future in Denver? Ryan Succop's 4th field goal of the night came from 40 yards out in overtime to lift Tampa Bay over Arizona 19-16. That was on Sunday Night Football, and word came out today from Arizona that T.J. Watt will hang it up after the end of the season. Well, the Seattle Kraken will be back on the ice tomorrow night after taking the holiday off. Seattle welcomes Calgary to Climate Pledge Arena Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Kraken remain 3rd place in the Pacific Division with a record of 18-10-4. The Flames are back of Seattle in 4th place at 16-12-7. The game will be broadcast nationally on TNT. Meanwhile, the Wenatchee Wild are off until Friday when they'll host back-to-back games at the Town Toyota Center. Wenatchee's hosting the Prince George Spruce Kings in BCHL action on Friday and Saturday. Puck will drop Friday night at 7:05 and then on New Year's Eve at 5:05. The Wild currently 8th in the BCHL's Interior Division with a record of 12-15-0-2. Prince George is 6 points ahead in 4th place at 15-11-1. Well, bowl season continues on Thursday for the Washington Huskies. The 12th rated Huskies take on the 20th ranked Texas Longhorns in the Valero Alamo Bowl. Kickoff between the 8-4 Longhorns and the 10-2 Huskies set for 6 o'clock from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. That'll be broadcast on ESPN. Well, even though local high schools are out for the holiday break, several basketball teams in action today. In fact, we have one score to pass along. That's Manson wiping out Cascade 52-6 earlier today. Also on the girls' schedule, Chelan was to face Cle-Elum in Kittitas. Ephrata hosting Timberlake. Meanwhile, Deer Park playing in Okanagan coming up at 6 o'clock. In boys basketball, earlier this afternoon, Coupeville faced Kittitas at Cascade. The Kodiaks were to face Manson. Deer Park is at Okanagan at 7:30 tonight. Ephrata boys are at West Valley of Spokane. That game tips off at 8 o'clock. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Jefferson, back to you.
Eric, thanks so much for your work on sports today. Let's check in now with Dan Kuntz once more for a look at what's coming up Wednesday on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Jefferson. Join me for a Wednesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley as we begin to see the... Hold tight, gotta get this. Oh, hey. Just a minute. Hey, Santa. Yeah. No, Sunday was great. Appreciate it. Boy, you did good for me this year, Santa. Especially the big screen TV. That was awesome. I'm sorry? Oh, that wasn't supposed to be for me, the big screen TV? Okay, well, I understand. Yeah, it's busy time of the year. So what do you want me to ship it back to you? Okay. Can you pay for the postage to get it back up to the North Pole? You can't. All right, Santa. Well, no, I want to stay on your good list, so I'll send it back to you. Yeah, I got to unhook it first. Could be a couple days. See you, Santa. Oh, that's a bummer. Join me Wednesday. Jefferson, back to you.
Tough luck, Dan. That'll do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, check us out on Facebook or on our website, ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Send us an email, news@ncwlife.com, or give us a call, 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins, filling in for Grant Olson. We'll be back here for you once again tomorrow night. We'll see you then.
Hello, television family. Grab your cup of coffee each weekday morning and join me. I'm Dan Kuntz, the host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's everything you need to start your day. We're live and we're local at 7 a.m. every weekday on the NCWLIFE channel.
Get your body moving. Tune in for Vibrant Motion, featuring low-impact aerobics hosted by Connie Townsend. These workouts are great for all ages. Vibrant Motion brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activities Center, weekdays on the NCWLIFE channel.
Connect with us on Networked as we introduce you to the people and organizations who are leading innovation in the region. Get inspired, engaged, and networked right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.